Hi, this is Amy Joe. I mentioned in the first part of this about centering in our name and saying our name and grounding our energy. And when I was talking about that, I mentioned that we only attract what's actually inside of ourselves. Yeah, that we can only feel what's in ourselves. And I remember that somebody told me this, and I thought they're out of their mind because I have, felt all kinds of things that wasn't really a part of who I was. And but I had an experience where I was sitting and singing, and I was singing the Judd song Grandma, and this little boy in the audience just burst into tears crying. And he's about 8 years old. He's sitting there, and I'm thinking to myself, why is he crying? And I could not figure it out. I couldn't tell. And normally by proximity, I would know his story. So I didn't understand how it was that I couldn't figure out what was wrong with the child. When the song was over, he said, "Oh my gosh, that song was so sad because it said daddies never really go away." And he goes, "I never knew who my daddy is. I never knew, my mom doesn't know who my daddy is." And that was something that I didn't have in me. I couldn't I could not understand this child because it wasn't in me. So it was the first time that what this other person had said, that you can't experience it if it's not in you. So when we get around somebody and they're being really negative and we feel that negativity, we can only feel it if we've got it already. So if they get really angry and we feel who upset about them being angry, it's because that anger is already in us. Maybe not about the subject that they're choosing to be angry about, but we would not be affected by it. And I've now proved it to myself by working on removing some of these energies. So what I'd like to propose for you is that you think about what it is that upsets you the most. What is it that you feel in someone else that really like is upsetting to you? So if it's somebody getting angry or being negative, I remember how shocked I was the first time that I recognized, boy, am I being negative about my husband's negativity. I went, oh my gosh, this is true. I'm being very negative about them being negative. So the way to move past something like this is to correct it, to recognize that there's only so much energy out there. It's ours to use. We have so much energy. It's ours to use it however we want. But all we have to do is ask. You hear people say all the time, ask and it is given. Well, we need to place a focus on asking and receiving what we're looking for. So if we find ourselves having issues with anger, let's just take anger. I want you to repeat right now. I want you to notice how you feel. Just notice how you feel. Think of something calming. And now say, I am angry. 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 And notice it building up in you. Well, it should. It's not bothering me at all because I've worked on it. So now say, I am angry. I am angry. This anger is mine. This is my energy. And I ask to change all of this energy of anger. And I ask to change it at the moment that I made it. And I asked for a positive resolution of this situation. I ask myself to change this energy into peace, which would be the opposite of anger. So calmness, peace. Now, when you say, I am angry, I am angry, I am angry, it shouldn't feel the same. Now, you might still feel anger, at least it seems like anger, but it's actually not stored in the same place as the body. Now say, I feel rage. I feel raged. I am enraged. I am outraged. This is outrageous. All this rage. I state your name, no longer tolerate all this rage in my body. I change this rage to calm. I change this rage to calm. Now, when you say, I, I am angry, I am angry, I am enraged, they should not feel the same. Just asking to change it should do it. Now, I have other tools. I'm the author of a booklet called The Court of Atonement, and that is really fast for clearing this stuff up. But for right now, we're just working at this without having to introduce you to a lot of other material. Just kind of work on yourself. If it's sadness and grief and depression, honor it. Say it's true. Yes, it's true. I am sad. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Say it 3 or 4 times. I no longer tolerate this sadness. I change it at the moment, at its point of origin, wherever it started, and I change it now to joy. So go for the opposite energy of what it is. And if joy feels too far to reach, just say, I change it to kindness. I change it to something a little more neutral. Anyway, I hope this helps you. Sit down. Let me do a couple more. I'm feeling like maybe we should do a couple more. Because guess what? Pissed off is not registered under the file of either anger or rage. So just say, I am pissed off. I am so pissed off. I am livid. I am pissed off. I am livid. I am, uh, I'm hearing a couple of others, but I think I'll hold it here. I am angry. I am livid. I am pissed off. I state your name, no longer tolerate this anger and this pissed off in my body. I ask to correct it at its point of origin. And if you can think about times that you were doing, just start saying, I apologize for my part in this. I apologize for my part. I ask you to forgive me for my part as I forgive you for your part. I ask you to forgive me for my part as I forgive you. And if you can't forgive them, say, I can't forgive you for this. Please forgive me for that. More on that in a minute. But use this. Don't just move into the next thing. Sit down with it. Make a list of the emotions that trigger you, and then if you get that, then go in and start to correct and heal this part of you so that you stop feeling everybody else's stuff because it's triggering your own emotions of upset. So there you go. I hope this helps. See you later.